Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to make this video today. In this video, I'll be teaching you and telling you how to take care of baby turkeys, how to take care of turkey poults. I've made a lot of videos, 10 things you should know about turkey, how profitable is turkey, and lots of videos. And many clients, many of my subscribers have been asking me, how can I take care of a day-old turkey? What will I do? What are the steps to take? And lots of questions. And in this video, all your questions and all your expectations will be solved in this video. So make sure you watch this video to the end, like and subscribe to this video. So guys, the first thing you should know when raising a turkey poult is to first of all get good day-old turkeys. For those starting with a day-old turkey, get good day-old turkey from a reliable source, guys. And that is why if you want a day-old turkey, both local and foreign, you can always contact me and I will send you good and quality turkeys. So that's the first thing you should start with, getting a good day-old turkey from a good source. Or if you already have an adult turkey, once they hatch, you don't want them to take care of the kids, I'll be telling you what to do now. So after getting your turkey or after ordering your day-old turkey, the first thing you should do is to prepare the brooding house, guys. Prepare the brooding house. And what are the things that's required for a brooding house is an enclosed area with beddings. And sometimes the beddings we use the carton as the beddings on the floor. And then you need a heat source, guys. You need a heat source. Either you are using your light bulb, or you are using the charcoal, or you are using the gas type of heat. So these are the three sources of heat you can use for your brooding pen. And also we use the lighting system to brood our turkeys. But if you don't have constant electricity, you can also use the charcoal, where you have your charcoal pots and your charcoal inside it. But please, before bringing your turkeys in, the place should be lightened, should be heated at least 30 minutes before introducing your day-old turkeys. And also you will need the drinker and also the feeders for them. Now, after making arrangements, preparing the brooding house for your turkeys, and then your turkeys arrived. Now what you should know is that by then the pen is already heated, and then you take your turkeys to introduce them to the pen, to the heated brooded pen. And then after introducing them, the first thing you do is, due to the stress they have gone through, due to the transportation, the shakings on the road, and lots more, you will have to give them glucose. You add glucose into their water. But please, before I continue in that, let me tell you this first. Now, depending on the source you are getting your turkeys from, maybe when bringing the turkeys to you, they may also add other beds, or other beds might be in the same car with your turkeys or with your day-old chicks. And that is why you don't just give them, the first thing you give them glucose, no. Normally, the first thing you're supposed to give them glucose, but due to other beds that join them in the transportation or so, you have to give them your glucose. At the first day, you add your glucose, your multivitamin, and an antibiotics on the first day. So you put it in their water and you allow them to drink. Before I continue, please note this. For turkeys, you also need if you have maybe 50 turkey, 100 turkey, 20 turkeys or so, you also need some chicks. You can get some broilers, maybe 1 or 2 or 3 or 5, depending on how many turkeys you have. Or you can get some broilers to what? These broilers or these birds will enable them to eat. We teach them how to eat, because turkey poults, they find it difficult to eat on their own at the initial stage. So you have to get those chickens that will put, and you put them together so they will learn how to eat. So you put your food on the feeding tray, and then you put your water. First, your glucose, your multivitamin, and your antibiotics. If where you're getting your poults from are in a safe hands, like you can actually, the first day, you can actually give them the glucose. It's okay, they can take the glucose or the glucose and the multivitamin on that first day. After that, the second day, the third day, the fourth day, and the fifth day, you give them what? Antibiotics. There are different antibiotics in the market. So there are different antibiotics in the market. So depending on your location where you are, you can get enough of the antibiotics, and you can use for the turkey. So you give them the antibiotics till the day 5, and then on the day 6, you can give them normal water, clean water to drink. And then on the day 7, you give them your first vaccine, guys. Your first vaccine. Now, I have 2 vaccines, either the Gomboro or the Lasota vaccine. You can give any of the 2. You can, if I'm starting with the Gomboro, the next vaccine will be the Lasota. So let's say on the 7th day, you give them what? Your Lasota vaccine. Now, how do you administer your Lasota vaccine? First of all, you should know this, that before giving them the vaccine, on the 7th day, you have to what? Remove water from them for some few hours. Take their water out so they will be thirsty when taking the vaccine. So please, you take off the water from them for like 1 hour, 2 hours, or 3 hours. So they will be thirsty, and then you give your vaccine. The vaccine has different doses. We have the 50 dose, we have the 100 dose, we have the 200 dose, 500 dose, 1000 dose. So it depends on how many turkeys you have, how many turkey poults you have. If you have 50 turkeys, you go for the 50 dose. If you have 100 turkeys, go for the 100 dose. If you have 200 turkeys, 500 turkeys, you go for the dose. And what? You put the vaccine, depending on the turkeys you have, you put the vaccine inside the water, and you put the vaccine inside the water. Please don't put too much of the water. Like you can see on the screen there, that is a 4 liter rubber. You can put half. You can put half of that rubber, maybe like 2 liters, and you put your vaccine. Or if your turkeys are few, you can put a 1 liter and you put your vaccine. You mix it thoroughly, and what? You share it into different drinkers to enable them what? Pick the vaccine, to enable them drink from it. So as they drink from it, they will finish it up immediately. Since the water is not much, they will finish up the vaccine, and then what you do is you take off the rubber, wash it very well, and then give them fresh water. So this is what you do on the day 7. I may not be going into details of how to measure it, or so maybe I will do that on my subsequent video. Or to those that are a subscribers and a member of my YouTube, I think I'm giving them exclusive details on that. So you can be a member of my YouTube. After subscribing, you see where to be a member. You can also join to be a member, so you can get exclusive videos on the vaccine, the measurement, and those things. So that is for the day 7. After drinking, you give them fresh water for the day 7. And then on the day 8, you give them normal water and your multivitamin. Day 9, you can give them your multivitamin and your mix with your water. Then on the day 10, 11, 12, 13, guys, you give them what? Anti-coccidosis drugs, guys. You give them anti-coccidosis drugs. There are so many brands of anti-coccidosis drugs you can see on the market. So you can pick one of them and give them anti-coccidosis drugs at the 10, 11, 12, 13. So on the day 14 is when you give your second dose of vaccine. Now, since we started with Lasota, the second dose of vaccine we'll be giving is what? The Ngomboro vaccine, guys. The Ngomboro vaccine, which you can see on your screen. So we'll be giving the Ngomboro vaccine, like I said, it's also based on the dose. We have the 50 dose, 100 dose, 150 dose, and so on. So you buy according to the number of turkeys you have, and what you give the Ngomboro vaccine, just exactly how you give your Lasota vaccine, you give the Ngomboro vaccine. And after that, the next day, which is on the 15th day, you give your normal fresh water. And then the 16th, you can give your water and some vitamins. 17, 18, 19, you can give your normal water and multivitamin. Guys, on the 20th day, you can now introduce back your antibiotics, which you can give for on the 20th, 20, 21, 22, 23. Now, and then you give your water and so on. Then, guys, please note this. Between 4 weeks to 6 weeks, you have to what? Vaccine your turkeys against what? Fowl pox, guys. You know, I made a video on how to naturally cure fowl pox, which you can see on my video description, on the comment section. And then that is the natural method. But please, if you're a farmer, if you're a commercial farmer, I will advise you to always what? Give the vaccine, guys, and leave the natural method. But if you have just 1 or 2 or 3 turkeys, you can give the natural treatment of fowl pox. So between 4 weeks to 6 weeks, you give your your fowl pox vaccine. I recommend giving the vaccine at 5 weeks or 6 weeks, but you shouldn't pass this age. So between 5 weeks or 6 weeks, you give your fowl pox vaccine. And how do you administer your fowl pox vaccine? The fowl pox vaccine also have the dose, too. We have the 100 dose, 50 dose, and so on. So you can check how many turkeys you have, and you get the dose for your turkey. So the fowl pox vaccine will be administered at the wings of the turkey using the needle specifically made for to vaccine against fowl pox. Actually, these turkeys are just 3 weeks old, guys, so they have not reached for vaccine. And sadly, before they get to 4 weeks, we have finished selling them off. And that is why we advise our clients to vaccine against fowl pox after 5 weeks, 6 weeks. So maybe on my subsequent video, I'll be showing you how to properly vaccine for fowl pox. So on day 15 or day 16, you vaccine for fowl pox. And after that, you keep your normal routine where you give your water and you give your multivitamin and you give your antibiotics. Just keep swapping every 4 days, 5 days. You give this every 4 days, 5 days. You give this. So guys, once your turkeys are above 6 weeks, there's no need repeating the Gumboro vaccine again. You don't need to give the Gumboro vaccine again. But for the Lasota vaccine, please, Lasota vaccine is very, very vital for your turkeys. And I will recommend you giving your Lasota vaccine every 3 weeks. Every 3 weeks, you give your Lasota vaccine until you sell off the birds. So please, our advice for those raising turkey for meat to sell to clients, please stop your vaccine at least a month before selling your birds. Because if you give vaccine during those periods, you're actually endangering the life of your consumers, because all these things are not healthy for the body. So if you are selling your turkey off for meat, please don't give your vaccine within that 3 weeks and 1 month, and also the antibiotics too. So guys, this is all for today. If you want an intensive training where I'll be showing some of these things practically, you have to what? Be a member of this channel, guys. After subscribing, you do what? You be a member of this channel where you support this channel monthly. I'll be giving you exclusive videos on some of these vital things. So some of the videos, not all the subscribers can actually see them. It's only those that are members of this my YouTube channel that can be able to watch to videos. So subscribe right now and be a member of my channel. Like this video, comment on this video. If you have any question, feel free to ask on my comment section and I will reply you. I don't ignore any of your comments. If you comment, you ask any question, I will reply you. So hit the subscribe button right now, like my video, and subscribe to my channel.